Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to today's math lesson where we will be using a hundreds chart to find a number that is one more or one less than a given number, or 10 more or 10 less than a given number. So if you have your workbook page 504, this should be in your distance learning folder. Remember, our math pages have been torn out and put into your distance learning folder. So you can follow along with me at the top of page 504. And it says, a hundred chart can help you find the number that is one more or one less or 10 more or 10 less. All right, so our given number is the number 47. So I'm going to circle that here, and this is just a portion of a number grid. So there's the number 47. Now what I want you to remember is that a hundreds chart is made up of numbers that are in a row. When you are looking at numbers in a row, you can find a number that is, we are counting by ones when you're looking at numbers in a row. We also can look at numbers in a column. And when you're looking at numbers in a column, that means that you are counting numbers by tens. Okay? So rows, you're counting numbers by ones. And when you're looking at numbers that are in a column, you're counting by tens. So you kind of have to know that if you're trying to find a number that is one more or one less, you're going to look at numbers in a row. If you're trying to find a number that is 10 more or 10 less, then you're going to be looking at numbers that are in a column. So let's look at the number 47. If we want to know a number that is one more than 47, we move across to the right. The number that is one more than 47 is the number 48. If we want to know the number that is one less than 47, we move to the left in our number grid. And the number that is one less than 47 is 46. You'll also notice that the number in the ones place, when you're looking for a number that is one more than 47, the number in the ones place gets greater by 1. What number is greater, or what number is one more than 7? 8. So the number that is one more than 47 is 48. And also, if you look at the number in the ones place, what number is one less than 7? 6. So the number that is one less than 47 is 46. So if you look at the number in the tens place, when you're going across, that number stays the same. It doesn't change. The only number that is changing is that number in the ones place. Okay. Let's look at our next example. We're going to take the number 47 again. This time we want to find the number that is 10 more or 10 less than the number 47. So if we move down the column, we find the number that is 10 greater than. Okay? So what number is 10 greater than 47 or 10 more? We look at the number that is right underneath 47, and we see the number 57. 57 is 10 more than 47. And again, we can look at that number in the tens place. The number in the tens place got bigger by 1. That number in the ones place didn't change at all. It stayed a 7. If we want to find the number that is 10 less, we look at the number that's right above 47, and that's the number 37. 37 is 10 less than 47. The number in the tens place is 1 less than 4, 3. And the 7 stayed the same. So 57 Is 10 more than 47? 37 is 10 less than 47. Okay? So now let's go ahead to do you understand? Okay? Remember, you can always draw a picture too, using our tens and ones. So here is 47. If we want to show a number that is 10 less, we can take away a group of 10. 10, 20, 30, 37. Okay? And if we want to show a number that is 10 more, we just add a group of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 57. So you can always draw a picture. Okay? All right, let's go to do you understand? And our do you understand problem says, how could you use a 100 chart to find what number is 10 more than 86? So I did upload a hundreds chart to your Seesaw account. So, or you might even have one at home, or you might not even need one at all. But how could you use a hundreds chart to find a number that is 10 more than 86? You can stop the video here or pause it and then start it again when you're ready to answer or see the answer. All right, so if I'm using a hundreds chart, I need to find the number 86 on my hundreds chart. So here is my number, 86. I want to find the number that is 10 more. Remember, if we're moving across in our row, you're counting by ones. So if we want to find the number that is 10 more, we have to look at the column. So here's 86 in this column here. When we move down the hundreds chart, we are counting by tens. We see 10 more. When we move up towards the top of our hundreds chart, that's how we find a number that is 10 less. We want to find the number that is 10 more than 86, so we look at that number that is right underneath 86, and that is the number 96. What number is 10 more than 86? The number 96. All right, let's go on to some practice, boys and girls, before you go to work on your own. So we are looking at problems 1 and 2. Here's problem 1. So we are looking at the number 33. So we want to find the numbers that are 1 less and 1 more than 33, and we want to find the numbers that are 10 less and 10 more than 33. So to find the number that is 1 less than 33, you have to think to yourself, what number comes before 32? You can also think about place value. Well, the number in the ones place would have to get smaller by 1. Okay, so what number comes before 33? It's 32. Now we want to find the number that is 1 more than 33. Again, I can think about the number in my ones place. What number is 1 more or 1 greater than 3? It's the number 4. So 1 more than 33 would be 34. Okay. Now think about, we want to find the number that is 10 less and 10 more than 33. Now when we're talking about numbers that are 10 less or 10 more, the number in the tens place is going to be changing. The number in the ones place is not going to change. It's going to stay the same. So if I want to find the number that is 10 less than 33, that means this number in the tens place, the 3, is going to change to a 2. And the number in our ones place is not going to change, it's going to stay the same. So the number that is 10 less than 33 is 23. If I want to find the number that is 10 more than 33, remember that number in the tens place is going to get bigger by 1, which is 4. And the number in the ones place is not going to change, it's going to stay the same. So the number that is 10 more than 33 is 43. We'll do one more together, boys and girls, and then it's time for you to move on and complete the rest of today's math assignment on your own. So let's look at the number 46. Again, we want to find the number that is one less and 1 more than 46, and 10 less and 10 more than 46. So if we want to find the number that is 1 less, the number in the tens place is not going to change. That's going to stay a 4. And 1 less than 6 is what? Did you say 5? If you did, you are correct. 45 is 1 less than 46. Now let's go on to find the number that is 1 more than 46. Remember that number in the tens place is going to stay the same. So 4 is not going to change. That's going to stay the same. Now what is 1 more than 6? You're right, it's 7. So 1 more than 46 is 47. Now time to find the number that is 10 less and 10 more. Now this time, the number in the tens place is going to change. The number in the ones place is not going to change. So what is 1 less than 4? Did you say 3? You're right. So the number in the tens place is going to change to a 3, and that number in the ones place is going to remain a 6. What is 10 less than 46? It's 36. Now let's find the number that is 10 more. The number in the tens place is going to change. The number in the ones place will remain the same. What is 1 more than 4? It is 5. You are right, 5. And that number in the ones place stays the same. It stays a 6. So what is 10 more than 46? It's 56. All right, boys and girls, that is it for today's math lesson. So I would like you to go ahead and complete today's math on your own and have a good rest of your day.